Welcome back to the channel, guys. Hope you are doing extremely well, and this is your very own mascot at this side. So in this question video we are going to discuss the problem valid parenthesis, right? So what does the problem say? The problem says that you have been given an input string. And you have to tell me whether the string is valid or not. The given conditions are that the string only contains these characters, right? You can see these are a bunch of the parentheses, right? Simple open close, curly braces and square brackets, right? Now the string says that the string is valid if open brackets must be closed by the same type of bracket. That is, this bracket, if there is this is in the input string, then this should be closed like this, and it can only be closed using the same type. Similarly, curly brace can only be closed using the curly braces closing bracket, and this can be closed by this. Okay, the first condition states this. The second condition states open brackets must be closed in the correct order. I will explain you what does that mean. And the third bracket says every closed bracket has a corresponding open bracket of the same type. That is, if you encounter this, then in the left part of it, you have to encounter this one that is corresponding to this one. That is, they both are linked, right? This opening bracket is getting closed by this one, and this closing bracket was once opened using this bracket, right? So first and third condition are, I guess, clear to you. Talking about second condition, open brackets must be closed in the correct order. For that, you will have to tell me whether the following list of parentheses is correct or not. So, if you encounter this, is it a valid substring? So we will see yes, there is an open bracket, there is a closed bracket, and open bracket and closed bracket are actually linked. Okay, I will say it is a valid substring. What about this one? You will say open bracket, closed bracket, link it up. What about this one? This has no closed bracket. Close. This is not a valid one. Talking about this one. Open, close, linked one. Open, close, linked. But tell me, is there any way you can put in characters inside it? You can put in characters inside it. What I'm saying is, if you have a string, if you have a distribution of brackets as this, right, and you have to write an operation like 5 plus 2, 5 plus 1, etc., etc., can you put any expression inside this set of strings? It is not possible. It is not possible. In the case of this one, it is possible. I can say 5 plus 1. In the case of this one, I can say 5 plus 1. This is also possible. But here you cannot place anything. Why? Because for the closing of this bracket, I have to require this. Yes, that is present, but this has to be present before this one. This has to be present before this one. That is what my second point meant. It said open brackets must be closed in the correct order. Okay. So this is a not valid substring. Okay, talking about this one, closed, 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 valid. Talking about this one, closed, closed, remaining open, not a valid. Closed, 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 valid. Talking about this one, this is a closed bracket. There is no corresponding open bracket on the left of it, so not a valid. So now let us discuss the inferences we thought. We brought up the inferences that this should be closed by this should be closed by this, right? And I meant to say it by all of them, right? This is applying to that two also, these two also, right? And the third condition says that before opening a different bracket, I have to, not opening, before closing a different bracket, I have to close my outer bracket. What does that mean? This means the same condition. I opened it here, but I closed it here. That cannot occur. If it is opening inside this has to close inside this only, right? Okay. So how will I approach this problem? So let us take a complicated arrangement. Let us say that we have something like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, something like this. This is of course a valid substring, right? Valid string. How will I check for it? So I don't know how to jump to the conclusion. I'm just telling you the approach. I will be using a stack. This is actually a stack problem. How will I say it? So we mentioned that if a bracket is getting open under inside another bracket, this bracket has to close before closing of this one. So this has to close like this one. Okay. What will I say? That if I encounter a open bracket, I say push it into the stack, right? And otherwise, if I encounter a a closing bracket, in that case, what do I have to do? I have to check if the last open bracket, is of same category, same category, is of same category. That is, if this is the case, then the close bracket here will have to be this only. This cannot be this, right? Okay, this is my condition. Okay, so what I'm saying is my algorithm works something like this. That is, for I equals to 0 till n minus 1, what will I do? If my character is this or this or this, in these three cases I will push it into the stack dot push that character, right? That character. Otherwise, what can happen? If these three are not there, then there must be one of these three, right? What will I say? If it is this, s of I is this, what will I say? Now, two conditions I have to check. Stack is not empty and top element of stack is equals to now, because this was the closing bracket, this was the opening closing bracket, I have to get it like this. If this is the condition, I will move forward, else I will return false. And this actually accounts for all of these. For this, it was this bracket. For this one bracket, the curly brace, this will be this opening bracket, and for the square bracket, it will be this, right? This is the condition. Now, another condition you have to check is after the for loop gets finished and I get my stack. Now, I will return true only if my stack is empty. Why do I do that? It might be the case that this all the statements are not returning false, right? The loop is running fine, but it might be the case that the length of the, like, all the pairs are not getting handled out, right? All the pairs are not getting handled out, such as 1 2 3 and 4 5. So what will do? This will create a stack. I will push 1 2 3, right? This is my top element. I will move here, I will remove this one. I move here, I will remove this one. Actually get no error in the loop, but I see that this bracket is not getting handled. In that case, I will return false. If stack is empty, I will return true. Otherwise, false. So what is my code looking like? Let us write it down. So let us dry run it. So this statement actually creates my stack. So my stack is this one, right? I actually represented it as a plate of stacks, right? Stacks of plate, right? My I is right now here, right? I is moving to the last element. I see this is an open bracket. I move it here, right? I see that I forward open bracket once again. I move it here. Now I moves here. I get a close bracket. Now close bracket. I said this one. This is actually the same, right? The code actually same. So I'm mentioning it for all of these. So I'm saying that if it is a close bracket of curly brace, now I will check if my stack is empty. No, my stack is not empty. It has two elements. If my stack is not equal to this, my stack is equals to the corresponding bracket, right? So what I will do, I will remove. It is st.pop, so I will remove it, right? Okay. Moving forward, again push it into the stack. Okay. Again push it into the stack. Okay. Again push it into the stack. Okay. Now same for square bracket. Is the stack empty? No. Is the stack equals to this? Yes. Is the stack is equal to the opening bracket I am looking for? So remove it. Okay. Move forward. Close bracket. The stack top element is now this one. That is also valid for the given parenthesis. Close it. For the curly brace, again it was valid. For the curly brace, again it was valid. So you can see my stack is now empty and I have actually looped out of the loop. I will say that st is equals to empty, so I will return true. That is my case. See, I don't have anything to explain like much deeper into it. This is actually the whole code and this is actually the whole thing. I don't know what will be the like more deep intuition behind it, right? So let us move on to the code now. So all right, here we are. So before starting with the code, I would like to request you to please subscribe to my channel and hit the like button as much as possible, right? Make make sure that this video reaches every individual, right? Okay, so how will I do? I will say I will first create a stack of, let's say, character and int st, right? For int I equals to 0, I less than s dot length I plus plus, moving for the all elements of si. Now if si equals to any opening bracket, or s of I equals to close this curly braces, or si equals to this square bracket, in that case st dot push that bracket, st dot push the same element si, right? Otherwise the case can be else if I encountered the close parenthesis, right? So si equals to close parenthesis, this one. Now there can be three subtypes of close parenthesis. It can be simple parenthesis or a curly brace or a square bracket. So I will have to code it down. That is some laborious task. My condition will be if st dot empty or st dot top equals to is not equals to the corresponding opening parenthesis. In that case, return false, else st dot pop, right? Now this will be repeated for the same, the corresponding closing curly brace or the square bracket. I will just change the braces here. It will be this and this, and similarly it will be a close bracket here or a close bracket here. Now after this loop will finish and I will see I will only return true if I will return st dot empty. If it is empty, I will return true, otherwise I will return false. Let us try to run it now. Hope it will work fine. And it is running fine for the sample test cases. Let's try it for the submission cases also. So it is running fine. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. And please do consider subscribing to my channel. Have a nice day. Bye.